lot of people know that she is, but I feel like not many people understand the intention behind it unless you have actively been following her since like 2016. I will try to make this video as factual as possible, but I am a little bit biased because Taylor Swift is one of my favorite artists like ever, so let's take a trip down memory lane. So we're gonna go all the way back to 2016. There's basically three main characters in this story: Taylor Swift, Big Machine Records, which is her old record label, and Scooter Braun. Once again, our main characters. So, Scooter Braun is this guy that Taylor Swift has not liked for the longest, even before anything really happened. So, Scooter wanted to buy her music. Rightfully so, because as you can see based on this article, her catalog or her music has doubled in value since he bought it. So, obviously her music is valuable. Big Machine Records right now owns all the masters to all of her previous 1 to 6 albums. The masters is what the label owns, and the composition is what the songwriter / performer, in Taylor's case, she's usually both, gets a cut of. So that's from Debut, or Taylor Swift, all the way up to Reputation, her 6th album. So basically, because her old record label owns all of her masters, she does not have control over them. So her record label can decide really to do whatever they want with those old versions, and she has really no say over it because she doesn't own the masters to it. The thing about Taylor Swift that is different with a lot of artists is the fact that her old albums are still charting, like to this day. Like right now, as we speak, she is charting 6 albums simultaneously on the Billboard 200. A lot of other artists don't have the longevity and also the consistent longevity that she has. Like a lot of people probably, other than Scooter Braun, wanted to buy her masters. As you can see in this article by Cosmopolitan, her current label, Universal Music Group, was trying to buy out Big Machine Records at the time. So as you can see, another record label had interest in buying her catalog, because by buying Big Machine Record Label Group, they would essentially be buying Taylor Swift's catalog for her since she was signing on with them. Because that is money. That is good money that you are getting, and it is continuous money because it won't stop overnight. So she said no, she doesn't want him to buy his music, and he's like, oh well, and he goes behind her back to her record label and buys her masters from her record label without her knowing. Exhibit A. Exhibit B. Now, there's a variety of steps that Taylor could have chosen to take from this point. She could have just decided, you know, hey, they're my old albums, I don't care about them, whatever, and continue making the music that she is now. She's more on an indie pop alternative route rather than like super mainstream pop. Instead, she decided, re-record my music and basically essentially produce the same album and give it to my fans. And the point of the re-recordings is not to win more awards or not to make more money, but it is to have her own masters. As we saw with Fearless, she didn't submit Fearless for any Grammy nominations. She is making money off of Fearless Taylor's version, but the goal of Fearless Taylor's version was just for her to finally own Fearless and the masters of Fearless, because it's her work. She wrote the songs and she deserves to own it. Now, she could have just re-recorded all of her albums in like the span of like a month and put them out to hopefully get rid of all the old ones, but instead of putting them all out in like a just here's all my old work, enjoy guys, she is making it an experience for anyone who is a Taylor Swift fan. We saw with the Fearless re-recordings that she is introducing vault songs, which are songs that almost made the album but didn't. So with Fearless Taylor's version, we got 4 new songs that were never heard before, and these are songs that she wrote at the time when she was writing that album, Fearless, but they just never made the album. So it's super exciting for fans, new and old alike, people who listened to Fearless the first time 10, 12 years ago, now hearing the album with her new mature voice and also hearing new songs that we have never heard before as a fandom. While the intention for her re-recordings, I don't think, is to make more money, unintentionally her owning her own work is making her more money. The highest paid singer of 2020 was Taylor Swift. And you're probably like, what? How is she the highest paid artist? Even though Drake, who is the 6th highest earning artist of 2020, had 3 billion more streams than Taylor, he still earned a fraction of what she earned, half, because Drake earned $14.2 million in 2020, while Taylor Swift earned $23.8 million. So Taylor Swift earned double the amount of money than Drake, even though Drake had 3 billion more streams than her, just because of the fact that she owns her masters, and artists who own their masters get paid more per stream, because there is a breakdown to every stream. About 6% of it goes to publishing royalties. So this is your publisher, your songwriter, and your PRO. I don't know what a PRO is, but if you're your own songwriter, then you're gonna get your songwriting percentage, which is about 2.5%. Then there's another publishing royalties that goes another 8% to the songwriter. So in total, if you are your own songwriter, you're going to be getting an additional 10% of the stream than someone who isn't their own songwriter. And then recording royalties, you got to pay 26 to 47% to your label, depending on the label agreement, and then 25 to 27% to the artist. So if you are just an artist who sang the song, you're going to be paid anywhere from 5 to 27% of the stream. If you are the artist who also wrote the song, you're getting paid anywhere from 15 to 30, 42% of the stream. So that's, as you can see, double the amount than just an artist who sang the song. I hope I'm explaining this well. And then 31% of the stream actually goes to the streaming service platforms such as Spotify or Apple Music or YouTube Music or SoundCloud, or, you know, you get the gist. And obviously this might differ with every streaming service. Some streaming services might have more or less percentage of the stream. As you can see, Taylor Swift is making more money unintentionally. Again, I'm not saying this was the goal of the re-recording, but I'm just saying that by her owning her masters, she might have unintentionally just made her the highest paid artist of 2020, and probably for the next couple years to come, because she's going to be owning all of her work from here on out. Like as she continues to record, like Red, which was one of her most successful albums, she's releasing that November 12th. So that is going to be an album that's going to be making her more money than an album like, let's say, Drake. I'm just using Drake as an example because he's right there with his album. Even though he sang it and it is probably a really successful album, Certified Lover Boy, he's not going to make as much off of that album as Taylor Swift will on Red, just because she gets paid more because she owns her masters and she's a songwriter. You guys, see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So in the end, Taylor Swift is re-recording her music so she can own it. The bigger you get, and this is something that a lot of people don't understand, is that the bigger you get, the more successful you are, the more people will try to exploit you and use you for your fame. Like, the more famous you are and the prettier you are, the harder it is to form and maintain, you know, genuine connections and friendships and business deals. And it can be really hard. Like, I imagine this as I try to put myself in like Taylor Swift's perspective. You spent the last 10-15 years of your life writing songs about your life, and now you are making less and less money off of the songs that you wrote about your life because you're getting bigger, you know? Like, it's a weird concept, right? So I'm not saying that, like, you know, Drake, because he's making less money, like, oh, he's necessarily being exploited, but I'm just saying, like, she wants to own her masters. Let her own her masters. Like, it's literally doing no one any harm. We've seen that she is not resubmitting the albums for Grammy consideration because Fearless already won a bunch of awards, and it's not, like, I feel like a lot of people try to paint Taylor Swift as like this like greedy, conniving con artist who is like always trying to like do something weird, but like, I don't know. It's just weird. Like, that's not what the re-recordings are about. Yeah, I hope this video helped you guys and made you understand a little bit more about why Taylor Swift is re-recording her music. And if you have any more questions, please feel free to comment them down below and I will respond to you just like I respond to every single comment. And yeah, thank you so much if you got to this part of the video. Be sure to like and subscribe down below. We are on our road now, I guess, to 2,000 subscribers. So yeah, I will see you guys in next week's video. Bye from me and my snake ring. Reputation for life. Okay, bye guys.